If I sound a little bit out of it today, it's because I am. Hopefully, it ain't the Rona. Well, welcome back, DIY car guys and car girls. Took Mr. Sparkles to the track, ran some bracket racing, and did one nitrous hit. Made it back all A-OK. I even bought a dolly trailer. We'll get more into that later on. Before I get too deep in the video, let's talk about this guy right here. If you guys are an OG subscriber, you know that this L21 right here was in a Mr. Sparkles. And I took this to Joe Simpson's shop. We put on the dyno and made 386 to the wheels NA. So what Carl Elwine and I are going to do with this guy, we're going to take it to a engine dyno. So that way we know exactly how much horsepower is lost through the transmission, drive shaft, and through the differential to the wheels. So that's going to be cool. I did not have the 35 splines on there. I had the smaller splines, 28, so that's maybe a little different. Depending on how big your rear end, your axles are, that horsepower may vary. But this will be a first, what I've seen, a first A-B comparison between this guy on a chassis dyno to an engine dyno. So y'all be sure to subscribe and wait for that video to come out. So that's what we're talking about today. I'll go over the times this ran with nitrous. Only did one hit with a very slow ramp, so it looks lazy. But the good news is this guy is definitely moving out pretty good on the top end. So that is what we're talking about today. If I told you guys I wasn't nervous about this, I'd be lying. Little V6 Mazda, I have to go over a big ass hill. Pray for me, y'all. This thing is loaded up. Here comes a test. Look at that bridge up there. Look at it. Come on, you Ford Ranger. I know you're a Mazda, but you're a Ford. You're a Ford at heart. We can do this. We can put it in a low gear and let's get it. Mother Ford Ranger! Ford Ranger! Mother Ford Ranger! So, the Mazda did way better than expected. It made it here. I got my bracket racing tires on there right now. We're just waiting for it to come around with the tech card, and I'll pay for no time and bracket. Right now I'm just gonna run NA bracket. We'll see what it does. Wait for my buddies to get here, they're next. So hopefully we can park out here next to each other. Fingers crossed. So I did try these 26 times 9.5. I was gonna use these for my bracket tire, that is. But I couldn't really get them to hook up, and bracket was coming up. It was a gambler's bracket event, so I was going against cars that basically had delay boxes and all this computerized crap in there, trans brake, and I was out there foot braking, so I didn't really stand a chance. But here's the run where I tried these guys one time, then I went to the larger tires, which are on there right now. All right, so obviously that didn't work, and I was trying to get into the bracket, which was the gambler's race. Everyone had their dial-ins and these like rail cars, so I didn't really stand a chance being foot brake right here. But I gave it a good shot, went one round. Here's the video for the first hit in the bracket. My dial was 660. I don't have the time for this run, but I think I won this one because the gentleman to the left of me, actually, I think he had a digital delay box. I think he must have typed in something wrong because I didn't do really that good at all, and somehow I beat him. So this next car right here, I looked over to the side. I was like, dang, I'm about to race this thing. So I said I better cut like almost a perfect light. I went for it, but, you know, a little too anxious. So here's something for you guys to enjoy. This is that same run, but inside the cab. So I'm talking about what me and Ricky did to the S10 to get it to run the best ET of the night motor. I'm not going to show that run only because I was racing my buddy. So I'll leave his car out there, but I'll show you guys the ticket. Basically what we did, we moved the timing up about 3 or 4 more degrees. And I changed my shift point from 7,000 to 6,600 or 6,700 RPM right in there from first to second. And I was able to squeeze off the best ET NA of the night. So this next part is pretty interesting. I want you to pay attention to my rear wheel. When I come out the burnout box, watch it. It's actually going to stop for a second, but my RPMs are up in the vehicle, and then it'll pull through as I let off the brakes. Only thing we can think that was causing this, because the transmission seemed fine, nothing seemed burnt, because you would see burnt fluid, it was slipping that bad. Not only that, but this was the nitrous pass, and it still ran a really good mile per hour. So all we can think of is when I removed that proportioning valve, the rear brakes locked up so much harder that it was actually, when it came out the burnout box to the glue, it would just lug it down until it would pull through. So what I need to get now is a line lock so that I can prevent that from happening. Like I said, the transmission was fine and the mile per hour was fine, so I don't think it's a transmission. I think it's due that I don't have a line lock on there. So this was my one and only nitrous pass. This was in a no time test and tune, but the car to the right of me blew up, so it doesn't really matter. You know, I don't think he's going to care. He's got bigger things to worry about than his time right now. So I was very conservative with the tune-up. I had 7 degrees out for a 150th shot, and I had a 1 second ramp because this was the first time I hit this motor nitrous, and I wanted to see how it would act before I started shortening the ramp and giving it a little more timing. I wanted to look at the plugs, make sure everything was good. It looks slow compared to the LT1, but the mile per hour was actually pretty darn good. The LT1 pulled the wheels pretty good. This one barely. I actually had a better 60 motor, so that tells you how bad the 60 was with that ramp. So that is pretty much it. I got the line lock coming in. And oh, also, I know someone's probably going to say something. Did you disconnect the drive shaft when you hooked it up to the dolly? Yes, I did. Just calm down. The drive shaft was pinned up against the bottom of the car with a ratchet strap. Wasn't going to go anywhere. I will make a video soon of how I connect this guy right here to the dolly. And the reason why I have a dolly, not a full trailer, because first of all, it's a Mazda. Too much weight on it. It's old. And I was kind of concerned with it pulling this with the tow dolly, but did an excellent job. So now I have no more concerns about that. I'll make a video on that and how I hook it up and all that good stuff if you guys want to know that also. But I do think I can get this guy into the 5.9s with a better 60 with that same shot. I might up the shot. I don't know. Well, if you want to find out, subscribe and like. And I'll catch you guys next time. Keep on riching and peace. Boo.